Great to have you with us, everybody, live on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. And joining us from the sidelines is David Aldridge. And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That is his first foul of the game. So, Greg, a marquee matchup here tonight. Two of the NBA's best teams with some of the best players.
And it's bound to be a fun one, right? There is elite talent on the floor. In this kind of a powerhouse matchup, both teams are looking to make a statement.
And so it's the Celtics getting on the board first. The kick out to Williams. Holmgren the screen. 5 to shoot. Down low. And stolen by Tatum. And here comes Holiday leading the fast break. Baseline try. Back to Tatum. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And there's the frame being put to use by Tatum. He knows he's dangerous down low.
Williams in the post. That shot off. Some solid defense from Brown. Outside Holiday. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
They get it back. And he gets the bucket.
And because he can score from all over the floor, Porzingis can find space inside. That's not the case for most 7-footers.
And the conversation for Porzingis, coach, tends to always come back to health. And what a challenge that has been for him.
Yeah, Kevin, over his career, on average, he's missed about 30 games per season. But that's not an uncommon problem, as you know, for players who stand well over 7 feet tall.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Stan, you talk about a stacked roster. It's hard to find many weaknesses for the Celtics.
Yeah, Kevin, there's a reason the Executive of the Year award went to Boston's front office last season. The Celtics are built right, and they're built to last.
And he can't hit the second.
And at 7'3", Porzingis could have been just another big, but he defies expectations. He's got such an impressive array of abilities.
Now here's Williams. Shot clock at 6. Porzingis with the rebound.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
The 3 from Tatum. Nice ball movement by Boston. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Really unacceptable letting Porzingis get that kind of positioning. Once he's established, it's over.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. He wants to talk to his guys. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
Oh, how about the slam there from Gilgeous-Alexander? He loves getting that type of positioning down low.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, the Celtics can beat you in a number of ways. Point guard Jrue Holiday said he can play small and big. We have great bench players who come in and change the game at any time and could start on other teams. And we have a hunger. Kevin, they're going to be a problem for a long time.
Agreed. Yeah, they are stacked, DA, for sure.
On defense, Dort has great instincts, helping him stay on top of the shoot.
And the foul on Jrue Holiday. That's his first foul. We've got 1:48 left in the first quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. Here's Holmgren. Just 5 to shoot. There's the 3. Hits the three-point bomb.
And with that threat of the outside jumper, Holmgren generates space for this offense.
Mr. Porzingis takes a 3, and Holmgren pulls it down. Oklahoma City trailing. .106 left here in the opening quarter. He nails it, and we're tied up. Holmgren's got 5 now.
Oh, the long strides of Holmgren on display. This is why you can't give him the lane.
Screen by Porzingis. 16 feet away. And the basket for the 4th time from the field. He's a healthy 4 for 6.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
Here's White. Just to Porzingis. And here's Brown outside. That one's in. His first shot this game.
And this is what the team wants JB to do. Punish defenses that don't respect him from the corner.
To the left side lane. Caruso, no good.
Oh, he's frustrated there. You know he wanted to come right back with the 3 of his own.
Now Brown. Outside Tatum. And the rejection by Holmgren. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. Big-time effort for Porzingis, providing a lot of energy for Boston. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Well, they're in a great flow. The ball's moving. All those assisted buckets means the offense is running well.
The classic combo guard, Gilgeous-Alexander, is effective in the 2-man game, especially on that first option, taking it himself.
Now here is Holiday. Scoreless thus far. Pass to Tatum. Out to Porzingis. 2 on the clock. Shoots over Holmgren. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. And we're seeing some big paydays for NBA head coaches these days, Stan. Do you miss it?
Do I miss the paychecks?
Yeah.
Payday was always really good in the NBA. No question about that.
What about now, though? What about now?
Well, it's gone through the roof. But look, the trade-off is the paydays are big, but there's not a great deal of job security.
Out to White. From past the arc. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. We play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Pass to Caruso. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. The kick out to Williams. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Driving inside. And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
And a three-level score. That time, SGA takes it all the way.
Greg, seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side. But when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media. People in the know how good of a defender he is.
Pass to Porzingis. Holiday left side. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Here's White. Gilgeous-Alexander knocks it loose.
And great read there by SGA. Knew the shot was coming and just trusted his instincts.
The Thunder with the lead. Things really clicking for him at the offensive end.
They're making good decisions, not wasting these opportunities.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 8. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Porzingis with the block.
And just fast off the floor to challenge shots. Porzingis, this helps him get a lot of blocks like that one.
Off the mark, and the drought continues.
And we talk about the importance of protecting the rim. Right there, outstanding defense.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Williams scanning the floor. Good on the three-point shot. Caruso's got the lead up to 5 now for the Thunder.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
Outside, Tatum. Left side, Brown. Celtics passing it around. Jacks up a 3. Holmgren with the steal. There's Williams. It's tipped. And now it's Brown running. He can go all the way. Brown jams it in.
And dropping the sledgehammer there, he curbs a 10-0 run by the Thunder.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Dort. This one for 3. Porzingis with the steal. Now here is Holiday. Tatum a screen. The 3. Rebound by Williams.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
It's Dort on the wing. And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
36 seconds left here in the second. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 8 points for him. 4 on the clock. Porzingis with the block. Here's the 3. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Porzingis has got it all tied up now for the Celtics.
Keep getting it to this man. I mean, once Porzingis catches fire, there is no putting that out.
Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. And that'll do it for the first half. Game time. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports.
19.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Pass to Dort. To the inside. Hartenstein. Porzingis with the block. 6 to shoot. Second shot opportunity. And there's the nice layup by Hartenstein. Hartenstein's got the first basket of the second half here for the Thunder. Holiday attacking. Pass to Tatum. Here comes Tatum. And the shot goes down.
Yeah, you got to really do a better job on Tatum once he gets on the way up. Excellent at fighting his way through the defense there and still able to convert.
And you watch Jason Tatum, year to year, he is a model of consistency across the board. The numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
And Derek White picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Checking in for the Celtics, number 42.
Boston on D. It's a one-point game. And the basket by Gilgeous-Alexander.
This is why SGA is a focal point of this offense, because of that ability to score.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Well, there's plenty of scorers on the Celtics, but Jason Tatum says, I'm going to get my shots. It's just about trusting the process. From experience, I understand that I'm good enough that I can relax and defer a little bit. Then in the fourth, I can score 20 in the quarter. Kevin, it sounds like he's figured it all out.
Thank you so much. You know, he can take over at any time, and it's fun to watch. DA, we thank you for that. Here's Holiday. After Oklahoma City gets the three. Out to White. And the three off target. The Thunder leading by 3. Over to the wing. Outside, Dort. And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. Off target from three-point range. It's White on the wing. It's rebounded by Hartenstein.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
Here's Holiday. Still yet to score. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Pass to Horford. The second chance effort. And it's good off the back rim and in.
And that's how you want to get Horford his touches, within the flow of the offense, preferably right off the catch.
And there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That's his first foul. Greg, you've been a part of some great contending teams over the years, but what's it like being on a team at the bottom of the standings with not a lot of hope for the regular season?
Well, Kevin, no one likes losing, but it can certainly take a toll. But it can also allow you to play more freely when you know you're bad and you're not having to deal with the pressure of expectations.
And it's the Celtics with the ball. Following the score by Oklahoma City. Back to Tatum. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Tatum's got the game tied up here for Boston. Left side, Gilgeous-Alexander. To the paint. Oklahoma City moving it around. Connects from three-point range. Dort's got his first 3 points of the game.
And when you have Dort on your side, this is what he brings on the offensive end. Great off the catch and fire.
Now here's Brown. 5 points in the game. In the corner. Tatum with it. Right side, Gilgeous-Alexander. And that one's good, Caruso.
How about the floor awareness by Gilgeous-Alexander? Solid at just spotting his open teammate.
And stolen by Williams. And Williams with the stuff.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
To the middle. And the dunk by Horford.
Textbook use there of the pick by Horford. Strong footwork gets him to the shot.
And the call will be against Al Horford. That is his first foul of the game.
13 foul. Celtic substitution.
There's 37 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Hartenstein. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It goes on Jason Tatum.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
And free throw good from Hartenstein.
Taking 2 shots.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Celtics trail by 6. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And the basket by Tatum.
And it's going to take more than that to stop Tatum, a wing who can score in so many different ways.
Wallace with the ball. Screen by Hartenstein. Horford with the rebound. It's Brown on the wing. Over Wiggins. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. It's the Thunder. They're up by 4. And for 2K Sports, we'll be back here at Paycom
33.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. And so Holiday will bring it up for Boston. And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks, guys. Listened in on what Joe Mazzulla told his team. And he begged his guys to get after it on the break. He said, let's keep up the tempo, guys. You know how dangerous we are on the break. Be confident with the ball. Take risks. Move it, guys.
All right, David, thanks. That's to Porzingis. 5 on the clock. Back to Holiday. And Holmgren pulls it down. Oklahoma City leading by 4. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. There's the drive. Here's Holmgren. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in.
I mean, sneaky when he moves around the floor. Holmgren takes you out of the play, slips past, and just rolls to the hoop.
Here's White. That 3 off the mark.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
Pass to Holmgren. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Celtics trail by 6. Outside, White. A 3-pointer is right on target. White's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Pass to Holmgren. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Williams with a clean look. Hits it from 3-point range. And the Thunder lead by 6.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Outside Holiday. And again, Boston with the triple.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And here is Holmgren. And the dunk by Holmgren.
And attacking the rim. Holmgren making excellent use of that height inside.
Outside Tatum. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over in the quarter, Porzingis. A three-pointer off the mark. The Thunder lead by 5. Pass to Holmgren. And it's White with the rebound. Porzingis high post. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
And in the paint, Porzingis doesn't give the defense any opportunity there. He just stays aggressive and draws the foul.
And so he hits both.
Yeah, he's a guy you want at the line, and clearly not affected by the moment.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. And there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That'll be his second foul of the game. And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. .57 left to play here in the fourth. To the wing right side. For 3, Williams. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. And so White will bring it up for the Celtics. And he commits the intentional foul.
Third personal foul. Second team foul.
1:39 left in the fourth quarter. Inside, it's stolen by George.
Great job preventing that ball from coming into the post. Might have been an easy 2 if the defense wasn't there.
Left side, Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Williams. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And it comes off the front of the rim.
Well, that one should be in his wheelhouse, but just off the mark.
Outside, Porzingis. Back to Tatum. Nice defense from George. Now, here's Holmgren.
Unflappable. I mean, no moment is too big for Holmgren. They needed that basket.
Thunder foul. It's Caruso. Third personal foul. 13 foul.
So the first one drops, and that shrinks the margin to just 4.
2 shots.
And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there.
Listen, they're still right in this thing. Missing that free throw, though, keeps this a 2-possession deficit.
George wide open. Trains it from beyond the arc. And the Thunder lead by 7.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
We got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. and they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, they got to be happy with the outcome.
Pass to Holmgren. Offline. So it's Oklahoma City picking up the win. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
And that about wraps it. Welcome to New York, home court advantage for the Knicks. And here it comes, the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge joins us from the sideline. In the corner, it's James. Stolen by Anunoby. Pass to Towns. Towns is doubled. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. Hey, Clark, in tonight's game, what are you watching closely?
Well, the thing that jumps out at me, Kevin, is the guard matchup. I mean, both teams have tremendous backcourts, and I really think whoever is able to win or control that battle is going to win the game.
Just 5 to shoot. And here's Brunson outside. It's rebounded by Hayes. And here are the Lakers. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, I did have a chance to catch up with Tom Thibodeau. Of course, they know they have their work cut out for them with LeBron on the court. He told me James hasn't really lost a step. He's a constant problem out there, so I'm ready to try anything, including just throwing extra bodies at him. Of course, that probably means some double teams in LeBron's immediate future. Guys?
Okay, David, thanks. Now, Doncic, after OG Anunoby missed from long range. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That is his first foul of the game. Now here is Hachimura. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And Hayes throws it down.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop.
Unless you're the team getting punched on. That would be the difference.
Ball entered from the basket. New York ball.
Here's Brunson. One thing about the Lakers, Clark, over the last couple seasons, they get themselves to the free throw line.
Yeah, and a lot of that is due to the fact they've got some real creators in their lineup, guys who can attack off the dribble at multiple positions from multiple angles, and that creates pressure for the defense.
Clark, what is it about Austin Reeves' style of play that makes him such a good scorer?
I love the fact that he can change pace with the dribble. You know, he's not super fast, but he's not slow either. What he is shifty and smart. He's got good size, good ball skills, and he's got a nice mid-range jumper. All of that allows him to keep defenders off balance.
Now here's Brunson. Shot clock at 6. The kick out to Anunoby. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide-open look in space there.
Towns. And Towns throws it down.
Virtually no way to stop Towns. He's extremely dangerous that close to the bucket.
And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the strike.
The 3 from LeBron. That's a no-go, and he's still looking for his first bucket after 2 shots. Towns with it. He's picked up by LeBron. Anunoby. Brunson surveying the D. The kick out to Anunoby. Knocks down the 3 ball.
And what an assured player. Anunoby believes in his ability to shoot the ball off the catch.
Reeves outside. And here's Doncic from the arc. His first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest. To the paint. Here's Towns. Great D that time from LeBron.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And Hayes throws it down.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
And he just powered that one down. One of the game's top dunkers.
Absolutely salivates when he attacks the rim.
On the wing, Reeves. Doncic outside. Hachimura. And the dunk by Hachimura.
Drawing the defense nicely that time. Doncic with the perfectly timed pass.
Off target from outside.
You know, using his size advantage there to rip down that board in traffic.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's his first foul. There's 39 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Over to the wing. On the wing, Anunoby. Back to Achua. In the corner, it's Bridges. All sorts of time. And again, it's New York.
No hesitation from Bridges. He gets the ball and is primed to take that shot.
They set the pick. The three for Doncic. It's hauled in by Achua. Here's Towns. And the dunk by Towns.
And slams it home and gets some camera time on the end of it.
He did. He spent a while up on that rim, didn't he?
The refs are much more lenient with that kind of situation than they used to be.
And that does. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And what stands out to you from New York in this one?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at the energy, the effort defensively. They put it all out there in that opening quarter.
And talking about the Knicks, GA, do you feel they took a step forward last season?
I do. I mean, losing in 7 in the conference semis with all the injuries they had, that really kind of set them back. They ended that game 7 with the Pacers missing 4 of their starting 5. So, no doubt, expectations will be high.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, GA?
Hey, Kevin, as always with Tom Thibodeau teams, they are level-headed. He said of his Knicks, we want guys to sacrifice and put the team first, but there has to be that belief. When your best players have it, your entire team ends up having it. We know if we stay disciplined, we'll have a chance to win. Kevin?
A very good chance, DA. Thank you. Lakers trail by 5. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
To the inside. Vanderbilt. And the dunk by Vanderbilt.
And, you know, we can't measure heart. I mean, he's not as big as the other power forwards, but his jumping ability and mindset is incredible.
Anunoby, good.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
Goodwin with it. Driving in. Banked in off the glass. Goodwin's got his second bucket of the game to go. The Knicks leading by 4. Brunson with it. Now defended by Goodwin. For 3, Bridges. Brunson outside. Inside. Here's Achua. The Lakers with the rebound. Down low. To the left wing. Pass to Finney-Smith. Now Vincent. Brunson covering. 5 to shoot. Into the lane. And finished off by Finney-Smith.
You know, he's not asked to do it a lot, but with his athleticism and 7-foot wingspan, Dorian Finney-Smith is a very capable finisher off the drive.
Now here's Towns. He's got 6. And you know, Greg, we're seeing so many teams utilizing the dribble handoff.
And it really forces the defense into a bad spot, can create situations where the offense has an advantage, and then it allows you to kind of seek out the matchup.
things really clicking for him at the offensive end.
They're making good decisions, not wasting these opportunities.
Benson with it. Bridges covering. The game now all time. Connects. Got his first points of the game.
You have to stay attached to Connect. He's a terrific off-ball threat.
Fires the three. They get the rebound. Pass to Bridges. Achua with it. The dunk by Achua.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
And Clark for the Lakers. The last 2 seasons ended in playoff losses to the Denver Nuggets.
And I tell you what, they fought hard both times, Kevin. The point differential was only 24 points over the 4 games in 2023 and just 11 points in 2024. LA actually led most of the 5-game series, but weren't able to advance.
Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Out to the right wing. Here's Finney-Smith. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. It's deflected. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession.
Gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
Now, right. To the middle. Here's Robinson. And Robinson throws it down hard.
I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
That's tipped. And it goes out of bounds. That went off Robinson.
Los Angeles ball.
30 seconds left now here in the second. It's his first trip to the line. First free throw is good.
The definition of a stretch 4. Finney-Smith is a really valuable offensive player.
And he can't hit the second. New York leading by 4. On the wing, Anunoby. Here's Achua. And there's the drive. The kick out to right. Just 4 to shoot. That's a shot he doesn't shoot very often. Wright's got the lead up to 7 now for New York. Doncic outside. It'll count. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's the New York Knicks heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Greg, you think about oversized point guards, and the gold standard has always been Magic Johnson. Now you look at Luka Doncic, and he's certainly big for that position.
Definitely some positive similarities, right? But the big difference is one of those guys has 5 rings, and that's not a knock on Doncic. This is a team sport, but Magic's ability to affect winning is right there with another MJ, Michael Jordan.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Knocked away. It's stolen by Hachimura. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. If you think Luka Doncic makes amazing shots in games, you should see his trick shots. It's legendary stuff with his teammates. Luka says, I'm just making them up. I like to have fun, so sometimes...
Oh, epic move by LeBron!
Tell you what, just add that one to the highlight reel. James is truly one of the greatest slam dunkers of all time.
Doncic. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
And really, Clark, Luka Doncic is a one-man wrecking crew on the offensive end of the floor.
Yeah, he really is. I mean, he's special. His IQ, his size, the way he can make shots against tough defense. He's got the lean back. He's got the crafty moves. And I think he's a lot stronger and a little more athletic than people give him credit for being. I mean, without a doubt, he's one of the most unique and best players that we've seen in the game.
Doncic outside. Pocket 6. The layup missed. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. They've led by as much as 10.
Not a ball stopper on the wing. Bridges with the help.
Here's James. The Knicks pull it in. Bridges outside. Here's Hart. Out to Bridges. Here's Anunoby. It's rebounded by Hayes.
You know, you don't always get that opportunity, so those are the ones you hate to miss.
Yes, that goes in. James has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And, you know, they'll take the points, but I'm sure Coach would prefer a higher percentage look next time.
Right outside. New York moving it around. And they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltending.
Well, kudos for the effort, but he got there a little too late.
Lakers trail by 8. Doncic looking it over. Robinson with the block. Bridges, no one around him. And again, New York with the triple.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Pass to Hart. Takes it inside. Back to right. And Reeves comes to help. Here's Bridges. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Bridges got the lead up to 13 now for the Knicks. Well, Greg, the Knicks have certainly brought hope back to the city of New York.
And it's been fun to watch. The fans are rallying behind this team, and it's not just because they're winning, it's the way they're winning. They play with heart and hustle.
Robinson with the block. They recover it. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Substitution for your Knicks. Carl Anthony Towns.
1:16 left to play in the third. The Knicks leading by 13. Achua in the corner. That falls. Nice feed that time from Brunson. And that's now 6 points for Precious Achua.
Knicks lead.
Doncic left side.
27.
There's 49 seconds left in the third. It's good.
Doncic showing you his smarts there because he really sized up the situation and took advantage of what the defense gave him.
Bridges misses. Lakers trail by 14. Here's Reeves. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one is on Towns. And you can never really count out these Los Angeles Lakers. Greg, can you?
No, I really don't think you can. They battle out of the play-in tournament. They overcome obstacles, and they have tremendous willpower.
And Reeves drops them both. We've got 33 seconds left in the third quarter. And the foul called on Austin Reeves. That's his first foul. There's 31 seconds left in the third quarter. Pass to Achua. Now here's Towns. Finney Smith defending.
Great reflexes to get a hand on that pass and go the other way with it.
And Connect gets it to go.
And that's Connect's biggest weapon offensively. He's a knockdown three-point shooter.
Now Towns. Bridges with it. And again, New York turns it over.
Not sure what he was thinking about with that pass. Just sailed it right out of bounds.
Benson with it. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. A big-time effort for OG Anunoby, providing a lot of energy for the New York Knicks. And with his work in that quarter, he has 5 3-pointers in the game now. Quite a showing from long range. We'll get you back to the action after this break. Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. So it's the Lakers now. They trail by 9 points. In the corner, it's James. And now the fast break. Bridges with the ball. Brunson, good. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Knicks.
They've shown great focus on the defensive end, putting constant pressure on the ball and really disruptive in terms of what they've done defensively.
It's the three-point bomb. And it's 8 points for Dalton Connect.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Back to Towns. And Towns throws it down.
Inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
New York leading by 10. No good on that one. Great D that time from James. And the Lakers have possession. Here's Connect. A three-pointer, no good. Bridges left side. To the paint. Here's Towns.
Man, what a pass that was there. He really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
And J.J. Redick calls timeout here. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. Both teams making substitutions here. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey guys, J.J. Redick's message with his team was simple. His emphasis was for more effort on the defensive end. He said we have to do a better job of communicating and helping each other out. They're getting too many easy looks. Let's make it hard on them. Kevin, they're going to have to if they're going to slow down the hot shooting of their opponent.
Thank you, David. To the inside. And stolen by Anunoby. The kick out to Towns. Towns is doubled. Here's Brunson. Back to Towns. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Buries the long-range jumper.
Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
From deep, Brunson. And again, New York with the triple.
The competitive spirit of Brunson shining through. He just had to answer that last shot.
Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That one is on Towns.
Outstanding execution. Good job working the ball inside.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Out to Bridges. And again, New York with the triple.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
Here's Doncic. Doncic very comfortable down low.
Luka is a massive guard. He can do damage inside just as easily as outside.
They can take their time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break.
A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Anunoby, good.
Oh, what a find. The ball just comes out of Brunson's hands on time.
LeBron with it. He's picked up by Anunoby. And a missed layup. The Knicks leading by 15.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Knicks.
The differential in assists led to a lot of open looks, and it also helped to get more guys involved in the offense easy.
And they made the defense adjust, but they just couldn't come up with an answer.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for OG Anunoby.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long. And you could tell they had that play ready to go. Well done on the inbound.
Pass to Bridges. And here's Towns. And he comes up with the deuce. And the Knicks lead by 15.
And it's just competing. You know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
The three for Doncic. It's rebounded by Anunoby. And so Anunoby will bring it up for the New York Knicks. Brunson right side. Knocked loose. Stolen by Connect. And there's the call on James. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
And they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, they got to be happy with the outcome.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Back to Towns. Towns is doubled. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Achua. Drains it from beyond the arc. And there's another turnover by the Lakers.
I'm not sure whose fault that was, guys, but they need to get on the same page here.
47. Out of bounds.
And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession.
Out of bounds. Knicks ball.
Knocks it loose. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession. Puts it up off the inbound. And there's another one for the Knicks.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
So no problem for New York as they get the win. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some terrific NBA action. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. On the sidelines, it's David Aldridge. It'll be the Thunder off the tip. Here's Holmgren. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. To the paint. Here's Williams. Jason Tatum grabs the board. Here we are sizing up GA. And it's a great finish!
Oh, my.
Wow. We are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special. Now, Gilgeous-Alexander, after Jason Tatum missed on that last three-pointer. It's Gilgeous-Alexander with the drive. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Greg, seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side. But when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media. But people in the know how good of a defender he is.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Gilgeous-Alexander hits them both. All the talk, Greg, leading up to this one has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
A big athletic finish by Brown, polishing off the lob pass with authority.
Pass to Holmgren. Over in the corner, Caruso. Taken away by Williams. Over in the corner, Caruso. Fires the three. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. Williams can't hit. Outside, Tatum. Holiday with it. Dort covering. Lets it go from 11. Tatum's shot is off. Now the Thunder with it. On the wing, Williams. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Pass to Holmgren. 6 to shoot. Holmgren the screen. Caruso. And the dunk by Holmgren.
I mean, sneaky when he moves around the floor. Holmgren takes you out of the play, slips past, and just rolls to the hoop.
Here's Tatum. Porzingis trying to get free. Good D by Holmgren. Stan, you talk about a stacked roster. It's hard to find many weaknesses for the Celtics.
Yeah, Kevin, there's a reason the Executive of the Year award went to Boston's front office last season. The Celtics are built right, and they're built to last.
Now Williams, after the missed three from Derek White. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And the layup's good off the glass.
The classic combo guard. Gilgeous-Alexander is effective in the two-man game, especially on that first option, taking it himself.
Williams with the block. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Hey, Kevin, the Thunder are young, but they figured out how to win. Defensive ace Lou Dort talked about their chemistry. He said nobody cries about shot selection or anything like that. We know what each player can do. We just really want to see the team win and succeed. Kevin, you see that in their play.
Don't you, David? Every single game, pulling in the right direction. Now, here's Tatum. Following the shot by Drew Holiday. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. 1:35 left to play in the first. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside, Williams. Lets it go with the three. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little more.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
Yeah, and you know they're tracking the tips and deflections because that tells you who's affecting the game.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Here's Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Really unacceptable letting Porzingis get that kind of positioning. Once he's established, it's over.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. To the inside, and the dunk by Holmgren.
And if you look at this first half, overall, they've just had the better shot selection.
Yeah, they've done a better job executing offensively, moving the ball and creating high percentage looks.
Now, Gilgeous-Alexander, after Jason Tatum missed on that last three-pointer. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren. Down it goes for his third basket in as many tries.
And playing up-tempo, pro-level ball can be hard for some guys, but Holmgren has easily made the transition.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
The Celtics shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. Both free throws good from Holiday.
Well, he's been very good at the line, and we all know free throws can make or break you in the end.
Here's Holmgren. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close.
The Celtics, 6.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Thunder.
Well, the way they've been attacking inside is phenomenal. Consistently getting high percentage looks, and that's what great offenses are all about.
Holmgren the screen. Here's Dort. No good on the shot. Nice D from Porzingis.
And you watch Jason Tatum, year to year, he is a model of consistency. Across the board, the numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
Pass to Tatum. 5 on the clock. Fouled on the shot, picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up.
Yeah, you gotta really do a better job on Tatum once he gets on the way up. Excellent at fighting his way through the defense there and still able to convert.
And Stan, as he enters his prime, Jason Tatum is shooting to become the face of the NBA.
Yeah, and Kevin, he knows winning is the key. For a star player on a great team, learning that balance, when to take over and when to set up your teammates is a big part of it.
And once Holmgren gets the ball in there, he can finish in so many ways.
The kick out to Brown. It's tipped. And it's Jordan off the drive.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. And here is Caruso. No scoring in this one. 4 on the clock. The kick out to Williams. 3-pointers off the mark. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. We see coaches stand willing to pay fines for complaining about the officiating. I'm having a hard time thinking if you ever did that. I'm going back in my Rolodex here. Did you ever do that, Coach?
I mean, Kevin, I paid hundreds of thousands of dollars of fines in the NBA. Yeah, my wife was not real happy about that at one point, reminding me early on that we had 4 kids we were going to try to put through college, and she told me one year I just gave away 2 college educations.
Oh, goodness. Outside Tatum. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. A shot by Holiday. Nobody around. No good from outside. Oklahoma City leading by 6. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Holmgren. Gilgeous-Alexander with it.
And able to get himself to the line. SGA so crafty inside there to get the contact.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. Gilgeous-Alexander hits them both. Celtics trail by 8. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thank you. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is an elite scorer. Coach Mark Daigneault said the sign of a good player is being a source of reliable offense. At the same time, he's learned to impact the game in other ways, and that's why he's a really good player. He's not just a hired gun scorer. Kevin?
Totally agree, D.A. He is a franchise cornerstone type of guy. And we thank you for the report. Just 4 to shoot. Yes, that goes in. And it's 7 points here for Jalen Williams.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Outside Tatum. Takes a 3. Off the mark, and he's 2 of 8 for the game.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
Pass to Holmgren. Fires for 3. And Boston with the rebound. Tatum with it. To the middle. Here's Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
And given that Holmgren is 7 feet tall, he's a threat to throw it down at any time.
Pass to Holiday. Out to Porzingis. And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Here's Porzingis. 7 points in the game. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Williams.
And check out Porzingis being sly with the pump fake there, pulling his man in close.
Taking 2 shots.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
Well, you have to appreciate a big man who can step up to the line and knock it down with confidence.
It's Gilgeous-Alexander with the drive.
And moving with such speed, the quickness of SGA's drives, something to admire.
The kick out to Brown. Pass to White. Shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. And that concludes the first half. Thunder lead by 7. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
20.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Celtics trail by 7. And Coach Derek White spent his first 4.5 seasons with the Spurs and Coach Greg Popovich, who did a lot to boost his confidence.
Yeah, Kevin, White was a late first-round pick. He's a humble guy, very hardworking. I don't even think he realized he could be this good.
Pass to Williams. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Good. Great play by Williams to set it up. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 11 points.
This is why SGA is a focal point of his offense, because of that ability to score.
And here's Holiday. He's guarded by Williams. Williams with the block. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. On the inbound. Knocked away. Caruso with the steal. 4-on-3 break. Back to Hartenstein. Oklahoma City moving it around. Inside. And no good that time. Nice D from Porzingis. Pass to White. Tipped away. And he recovers it. And the foul called on Jalen Williams. That's his 4th foul of the contest. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, GA. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And the foul called on Porzingis. That's his first foul.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
The Thunder lead by 7. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Picked up by Brown. Screen by Hartenstein. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Outside Tatum. The kick out to Brown. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Brown's got 6. And a big part of perimeter defense, Greg, avoiding screens. Some of the tricks of the trade in that regard.
Well, sometimes you have to get skinny. I mean, other times it's using your strength. A lot goes into it. Also, you know, getting a cadence for the screener. It's one of the more challenging aspects of NBA defense.
Tatum down low. Tatum slipped by the contact inside.
Excellent job finishing on the inside. Tatum doesn't fear going in amongst the trees.
Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Picked up by Brown. And here they come.
There are so many different roles Jaylen Brown can take on for his team.
And Greg, we were talking Jaylen Brown making the 2023 All-NBA second team. That was big for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, Kevin, it made Jaylen eligible for the Supermax, signing for that 5-year extension in July of 23. At the time, the largest contract in NBA history.
The Thunder leading by 3. Williams looking over the floor. And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
And this is SGA's role. He's out here to score and score often.
Craig sets a screen. Good. 9 points in the game so far.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
There's a screen by Williams. From downtown, they grab their own miss. And it goes down 2 points. And the Thunder lead by 5.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
And I can tell you from experience, these are the types of things that drive coaches crazy.
Here's Brown. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And the Thunder making a switch here. The Thunder leading by 5. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander.
Oh, how about the slam there from Gilgeous-Alexander? He loves getting that type of positioning down low.
Pass to Hauser. There's 45 seconds left in the third. Just 5 on the clock. Austin needs to get off a shot. And it's Brown missing. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. They've led by as many as 11 points. Here's Caruso. Here's Hartenstein. And it's White with the rebound. Celtics trailed by 7. Right wing. Here's Hauser. Busted. No good that time either.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
The third quarter comes to a close. It's the Thunder up by 7.
The Celtics, 31.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. With an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
During that last break, Coach Mark Daigneault talked to his team. Now, he kept it simple in the huddle. He said, play smart. If we don't beat ourselves, we walk away with the win. Keep it simple, and we got this. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Pass to Holmgren. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And the call will go against Aaron Wiggins. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Here's Hauser. Down low. Holmgren with the steal.
And just a loss of concentration there. And they're going to pay for it with the over and back.
Yeah, you hate to see sloppy, careless play like that. It's so unnecessary.
Tatum on the wing. The Thunder pull it in. Just over a minute played here in the fourth.
And you know teams are going to be physical with Holmgren, but he's aggressive, and boy, he plays with passion.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Thunder.
Well, they've clearly been focused on getting the ball inside. And up to this point, the defense has not had an answer.
Holmgren hits them both. Celtics trail by 9. Right side Holiday. Porzingis inside. And the call will go against Aaron Wiggins. That's his third foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. The kick out to Holiday. Good on the three-point shot.
Gotta respect the range of Holiday if you're the D, showing he can hurt you from that area.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Holmgren. Porzingis with the steal. Out to White. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Here's Tatum. Tatum gets it inside.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Yeah, he got a good look, and he calmly delivered for them. That's what you like to see.
And yes, it's good. And the Thunder lead by 6.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Yeah, he's leaving no doubt in this one. Doing everything he can to slam the door on a comeback.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Tatum wide open. He fires one. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
To the middle. Here's Williams. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
Great work at the line under pressure. They're that much closer to putting this game away.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. It's not going to go for him. Now, Gilgeous-Alexander. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on White.
Nearly automatic. Gilgeous-Alexander, no slouch from the line.
First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
Good job converting at the line and helping to build this lead.
Tatum on the wing. And he comes up with the deuce. Tatum's got 9 points here in the second half.
Well, you know Jason Tatum can score, and that's exactly what he's done thus far.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
And Holiday, here we go. Brown wide open, he fires. Count it! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
big-time basket at a big-time moment.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Gilgeous-Alexander looking around. 4 on the shot clock. Got a piece of it. Williams. Holmgren. Good.
Unflappable. I mean, no moment is too big for Holmgren. They needed that basket.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock.
It seems like Brown always has something cooking, and he shows up big when they need him most.
Guys are not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
Outside, Dort. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. For the 3. It's off. So a close game sees Oklahoma City taking this one. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and really, it's like a knife in the gut to lose. You gotta love being on edge of your seat and just wondering what's gonna happen. How is this thing gonna play out?
Well, folks, that's gonna do it for now. So for Stan Van... It's the home of the Celtics here in Boston as 2K Sports brings you today's action live. Buckle yourselves in, everybody. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me, Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony. And as always, the Hall of Famer David Aldridge joining us from the sidelines. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Now guarded by Tatum.
Nice find by Gilgeous-Alexander. He reads the floor so well.
GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
And here is Holmgren. Shot clock at 5. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Tatum. The kick out to Holiday. Pass to Porzingis. Nice ball movement by Boston. And the turnover again by Boston.
Those are the turnovers that have coaches pulling their hair out. Why do you think I'm bald?
Start it.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. should be plenty of action down in the painted area tonight, Greg, with the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, I love to see skilled bigs dueling down low. Kind of a throwback in some ways, but there's still plenty of physicality in the modern game.
Holmgren in the corner. 7-foot shot. Pass to Caruso. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Here's Tatum. Holmgren with the steal. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. The Thunder shooting their first free throw of the contest. That's good from Gilgeous-Alexander.
Nearly automatic. Gilgeous-Alexander, no slouch from the line.
Pass to Holmgren. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren with it, and Holiday picks him up defensively. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Greg, seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side, but when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media. But people in the know how good of a defender he is.
Now White, after the missed three from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Out to Porzingis. Just 4 to shoot. No good that time.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Pass to Holmgren. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Yeah, I mean, take that. Holmgren, he knows defenses want to rough him up a little bit, and he welcomes the challenge.
Free throw drops for Holmgren. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Had a chance to catch up with Joe Mazzulla. He said SGA has this special ability to lull a defender into a slower pace and then suddenly make a quick move that leaves everybody just standing there. Coach feels the attention has to be on him. He wants to force somebody else to beat them. Guys?
Thank you, David.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
And able to get himself to the line. SGA so crafty inside there to get the contact.
And these are his second and third free throws tonight.
And looking back last season, how about 87% from the line? So that's obviously nothing to sneeze at. And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
There's that leaping ability. Brown, he just gets up so easy.
2 minutes.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. There's the pick. And it's Jordan off the drive. Good on the triple. Caruso's got 5 now.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Porzingis can't hit.
Hey, look, I'm not going to lie here. That's a shot that he needs to be making. There are no excuses.
Pass to Caruso. Back to Holmgren. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. Celtics trailed by 7. Right side, White. And here's Porzingis for a 3. And Holmgren pulls it down. Here's Oklahoma City now. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. It's stolen by White. And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
Really a good season for him overall last year when you look at the number, 83% from the line.
Richard, when you talk about Jaylen Brown, many Scots felt he'd never be a #1 level option offensively. But he's proven some people wrong.
Kevin, many scouts have been wrong many times. The question has been answered. He wasn't a great shooter when he first came into the league, and his ball handling also needed to improve. But now, both of those are strengths in his game.
Pass to Holiday. Back to Brown. .23 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Nice defense from Dort.
That's just a bucket like you expect him to make. It's tough when you miss that.
A three-pointer is right on target. He's got 8.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
They came out swinging, really setting the tone on offense, and the opposition has not been able to respond.
A big-time effort for Alex Caruso, providing a lot of energy for Oklahoma City. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We've got more in store for you right after this. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Thunder.
From the tip, they are not making things easy on them. Lots of steals, playing disruptive basketball.
Celtics trail by 11. Tatum a screen. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And Derek White, he's one of the most valuable guards, Richard, in the NBA.
White can play the one, he can shoot the ball, plus he is an all-league defender. So Derek White gives you everything you want in your backcourt.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Caruso. Holmgren the screen. Here he goes. The rebound by the Celtics. Right side Holiday. Screen by Porzingis. Tatum with it. He's picked up by Holmgren. Outside Holiday. No good on the 3. Oklahoma City leading by 9. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Jalen Williams is a do-it-all dynamo for the Thunder. Coach Mark Daigneault said, "We've cross-matched him onto centers. He'll shift them to a point guard." It's hard to explain how impactful that is for you. You have a great offensive player that you're also moving all over the lineup. Kevin?
DA, the versatility. That is pretty special. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. He's ready to talk things through with the team. You know, a trend that's been unmistakable, Greg, over the last few decades has been the number of positionless players.
Yeah, and I think that's a great thing, right? So many players now with diversity in their skill set, and there's no need to commit a player to a certain role just based on their size.
Celtics trail by 9. Left side Tatum to the inside. That's to Porzingis. Back to Holiday. Nice ball movement by Boston. The screen from Brown. Tatum. Out to Porzingis. Outside Holiday. And slammed in by Holiday.
And Holiday's nimbleness gets him to the hoop on that one. His athletic ability is off the charts.
It's Dort on the wing. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Now Holmgren. He's got 5. And the dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And watch out for SGA going to the basket. He will put it on your head if you're not watching.
Double team on Holiday. Lets the 3 fly. Knocks down the 3 ball. Holiday's got 5 points now this quarter.
The D just sagged off just enough, and no hesitation on his part.
Inside. Over in the corner, Caruso. Williams looking over the floor. And the dunk by Holmgren.
And given that Holmgren is 7 feet tall, he's a threat to throw it down at any time.
And you watch Jason Tatum, year to year, he is a model of consistency across the board. The numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
Austin shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. And so Tatum nails them both.
Now look, from the moment he stepped into this league, Jason Tatum has been a difference maker. Every team in the league is looking for guys like him. Long, athletic, and most importantly, winners.
Over in the corner, Williams. Pass to Holmgren. And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. Porzingis with the block.
And just fast off the floor to challenge shots. Porzingis, this helps him get a lot of blocks like that one.
And this is his 2nd trip to the line in the game.
And last season's numbers show him at about an 83% clip, which is far better than most.
Good on the 2nd free throw. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the 2nd quarter of play. Porzingis with the steal. And here comes one. Leading the fast break. Pass to Tatum. Stolen by Dort. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 5 points in the game. Holmgren wide open. Nails the corner 3. Holmgren's got 10.
And playing up-tempo, pro-level ball can be hard for some guys, but Holmgren has easily made the transition.
Oklahoma City leading by 8. The kick out to Williams. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. Williams has got his first basket.
He'll be asking for some lottery numbers later if he keeps knocking down shots like that.
Out to Porzingis. And it's off from 3-point range. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Picked by Williams. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Strong take by SGA. 6'6" with point guard skills. What a nightmare matchup he is.
Celtics trail by 13. Out to Porzingis. Pass to Tatum. Screen by Porzingis. They need this. It's good from long range. Porzingis has got his 2nd basket.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
And so it's Oklahoma City going into the break with a 10-point lead. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And we've got 3rd quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Thunder. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Here's Dort.
Lift off, Mr. Dort. A one-way ticket to the rim.
Double team on Holiday. Pass to Brown. Outside Tatum. Just 5 to shoot. Out to Porzingis. Holiday with the 3. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Holiday's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Celtics. Over the last few seasons, we've seen the resurgence of Porzingis. And, Richard, it has been fun to watch.
Kevin, he's been effective on both sides of the ball. He's always been a good player, but his recent stint has really improved his play.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey, Kevin. Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla has talked about the two J's, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. He says they've been lumped together because they play a similar position, but they don't have to be similar. They've got to be able to express who they are and not constantly be compared to each other. They're not the same. Kevin?
That, David, remember a couple years ago, there was some thought that maybe one would be traded. I'm glad they're still together.
Personal foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Now here is Holiday. Here's Porzingis, and he uses the glass on the layup. Porzingis has got 7 points.
And nice use of size by Porzingis inside, able to practically play on top of the D.
And the foul on Drew Holiday. And that'll be his third foul so far. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust.
Attention fans now on the court. It's your
Thunder making a switch here.
Isaiah Hartenstein, Aaron Wiggins.
Gilgeous Alexander surveying the D. And it's Hartenstein in the corner. Driving inside. Nice D from Porzingis. Celtics trailed by 7. Outside, White. Porzingis at the elbow. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Now, here's Brown. Out of bounds. Oklahoma City takes possession.
Oklahoma City ball.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Pass to Caruso. Now Hartenstein. Outside for Gilgeous Alexander. Clock at 6. And the dunk by Hartenstein.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
And he's got it all working for him tonight. Holiday's effort level and energy are off the charts.
And the Celtics making a change here.
Now into the lineup for the Celtics. Number 42.
1:58 left to play in the third. Caruso with the ball. Picked up by Brown. Here's Hartenstein. Goes back up. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one on Horford.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Isaiah Hartenstein.
That free throw good from Hartenstein. That misses, so he splits the free throws. Celtics trail by 8. The kick out to Holiday. To the middle. Stolen by Dort. Pass to Hartenstein. He's looking for Caruso and finds him. Outside, Dort. Oklahoma City moving it around. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Dort got 5 points in the quarter.
And when you
have Dort on your side, this is what he brings on the offensive end. Great off the catch and fire.
Drills the three-pointer.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 8. Here's Hartenstein. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. 5 on the clock. And stolen by Horford. Pass to Tatum. The wide open look here for Holiday. Offline with his 3.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. To the paint. Here's Hartenstein. Horford with the rebound.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
Yeah, he needs to mix things up on the offense. He simply just can't keep missing shots at this rate because he's destroying his teammates.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Thunder lead by 6. And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. Celtics trail by 6. Holiday with it. Pass to White. Out to Porzingis. Tatum on the wing. Inside, Tatum.
Look, this dude is well built, man. He's a specimen. He's 6'8". Look, he's going to score inside if he gets that close.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Holmgren. Outside, Dort. Down low. Here's Caruso. Nobody near Williams. Traps in the tray. And the Thunder lead by 7.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Man, this has been a fun one. But look, who doesn't love a high-scoring game?
Out to Porzingis. In the corner. Tatum with it. A 3 from Tatum.
Taking matters into his own hands. Tatum gets those 3 points back in a hurry.
Pass to Dort. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside, Dort. Now Holmgren. Tries again. With 1 on the clock. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. Jump ball. And he recovers it. To the middle. Back to Williams. And Williams throws it down.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
The kick out to Brown. A 3-pointer, no good. The Thunder leading by 6. Holmgren with it. Now guarded by Tatum.
Hey, guys, he's a terrific athlete with tons of time to develop. You see the potential on that drive from Holmgren.
In a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Oklahoma City.
Wow, they're moving the ball around so well, guys. Quick passes, letting the next guy do the work if you don't have a look.
Pass to White. Porzingis high post. Taken away by Williams. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Inside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And that 7-foot frame of Holmgren makes him so difficult to guard.
Shooting for Oklahoma City.
And he knocks down the first one. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. The short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
During that last break, Coach Mark Daigneault talked to his team. He told his players, I love the energy right now. You look like you're having fun out there. Keep playing for each other because our chemistry looks great right now. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. The kick out to Holiday. Outside Tatum. The Celtics working the ball around now. Boston needs to get off a shot. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Thunder ball.
A minute 50 left in the fourth. And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren in the corner. Sinks the three-pointer. Holmgren's got the lead up to 14 now for the Thunder.
Guys, this is what you call a generational talent. Holmgren is bound to fill up the highlight reel every night he plays.
To the inside. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play. Holmgren's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for Oklahoma City.
And it may be a comfortable win for him, but they had to weather a few storms along the way, and that's all part of the story.
Yeah, Kevin, this was by no means the runaway that it might appear to be. It was a scrappy performance, though, all the way through.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and look at the stats, just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Chet Holmgren.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside, Dort.
That's what we call intelligent defense. Just put himself in a position to make a play on that kick out.
Back to Porzingis. No one near him. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
That's an 8.
And this is Brian Anderson, along with Grant Hill and Brent Barry. Allie LaForce, our reporter tonight. Tip-off goes to the Celtics. Over to the wing. Porzingis with room to shoot. And the shot is good on the assist by Tatum. All right, Grant, a matchup of the elites tonight. Two Titans clashing in this one.
Oh, my. B.A., I mean, there's no shortage of stars on either side of the ball. These tend to be statement games, sending a message by imposing their will.
When you have a guard like Gilgeous-Alexander that fights inside, it can add some spunk to your team.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
I caught up with Coach Joe Mazzulla. Our topic was how he'll defend Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and Coach was straightforward, saying Shai demands so much attention with the ball that he can warp a defense. We'll need to stay disciplined and not get caught watching the play. We'll see how that approach works out for them, guys.
Thank you for that, Allie. Three-pointer. Here's Holmgren. Lets it go from deep. And Dort is good for three.
Well, if you're looking for a 3-and-D player, Dort plays D, and there's your three.
And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
And we've got a timeout called by Mark Daigneault. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Right side, Tatum. Tipped away. Pass to Brown. Shot clock at 3. Back to Tatum. Gilgeous-Alexander with a steal. And a fast break now for the Thunder. Williams misses.
You're not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
And over the last few years, SGA has emerged as an all-NBA level player, Brent. What's been the key to his success?
I think the key, BA, to him is his confidence. I think that he feels like he is overlooked on a nightly basis and does not get the respect he deserves. So he comes in with that chip on his shoulder, and he plays the entire game coming at any defense that people throw at him.
Caruso misses. And it's Holiday with the ball for Boston. They trail by 1. Tatum looking it over. Back to Holiday. That falls. Nice feed that time from Tatum.
Well, a longer point guard out there, Drew Holiday, can score close into the rim with that kind of size.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Holmgren. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And another miss by Oklahoma City. Boston with the ball. Here's Brown. 2 minutes. The 3. Williams grabs the board. 1:49 left in the first quarter here. From 7. Back to Holmgren. Here's Caruso. Rebounded by the Celtics. Brown with it. Now Gilgeous-Alexander defending. Outside, Brown. 4-3. And Drew Holiday gets a 3. Holiday's got 5.
That's confident shooting there from Drew Holiday. Got his coaches and teammates saying, yes, take that one.
Williams from long range. Gets the 3 ball to go.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. You know, Grant, in interviews, Jason Tatum often seems understated and soft-spoken, but that's just him, isn't it?
That's true, B.A. Tatum has a quiet confidence about him. He doesn't feel the need to be loud or act out. He lets his work on the court do all the talking for him.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Dort. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Dort outside. From downtown, Holiday grabs the miss. Celtics lead by 3. Tatum inside. Here's Porzingis. And the shot is good on the assist by Tatum. He has 6.
Nice ball work there, and Porzingis finds his hands, and then the ball finds the hoop.
Gilgeous-Alexander looking it over. He gets it in there.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Tatum from long range. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one. Celtics out in front. They lead by 3.
13. The Thunder. 10.
And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. All right, guys, what do you think about the Celtics here in this one?
They are looking engaged so far, especially on offense.
If they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Brian, last season, Jason Tatum surpassed 10,000 career points. He said, it sounds crazy. I always think about when I was a kid growing up with my mom and saying I wanted to be in the NBA. I may have thought I would be one of the best players, but to actually do it is a surreal feeling. Brian, he's being honest.
Yeah, dreams do come true, Allie. Thank you. Here's Brown. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. And you look at Jaylen Brown, Grant. Not many wings have the strength he has.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown could dunk over a brick wall. And he could dunk through a brick wall, too. And it's just so hard to move him off his path when he's on his way to the rim.
And both free throws good for Brown. Well, Brent, as you know, finding success in the NBA is largely dependent on the situation.
B.A., you're hitting the nail on the head. You can't get frustrated as a player, especially a young one that comes into the league and doesn't have an opportunity right away to play. You've got to work on your skills, stay confident, and at some point when you get your opportunity, whether it's the team you're with or in a trade, you're going to have a chance to show that you belong in the league.
Too easy for Tatum, even with the contact.
And sometimes you forget how long Tatum is, and he's terrific at using this to his advantage inside.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander from deep. Holmgren. Boston pulls it in. Tatum with it. Pass to White. Back to Tatum. And stolen by Caruso. Williams with it. Now guarded by White. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
Now here's Holmgren. Out to the right wing. Just 5 to shoot.
Well, Porzingis with that huge wingspan can still be a tough matchup for any opposing shooter. Just a quick challenge with that long length.
From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander gets the bucket on the breakaway.
One of the ways to get a great look from the three-point line is when you're on a fast break. The defense simply lost him.
Now here's Holiday. 5 points in the game. Inside. Oh, it's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. And here's Caruso outside. That one's good. And so Gilgeous-Alexander with the assist. Caruso's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And now we get a little perspective here on how the hustle game has been for Oklahoma City.
Yeah, they're just attacking on defense, getting those hands out and knocking the ball free. I really like their energy defensively.
Thunder with a lead. This past offseason, OKC decided to move on from their former first-round pick, Josh Giddey.
Yeah, the 6th overall pick in 2021. Giddey is a talented player with good upside, but fit is so important in the NBA, and the Thunder knew his talents would be better suited elsewhere.
And there's a whistle. That'll belong to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Here's Tatum. We've got 1:48 left in the first half. Outside Holiday. Oh, it's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Awesome defense. Just outstanding effort to reach his big hands in there and just rip the ball away.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
Execution with pace. That's a bad turnover that simply was telegraphed.
Knocks down the long J.
You know, this team relies on Tatum hitting those shots, and that's why he's such a high-volume three-point shooter.
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside Williams. Off the mark there with a 3. Here are the Celtics with the ball. Tatum from long range. And he misses. Only 2 for 6.
Yeah, you know, he usually makes you pay from that range.
Pass to Williams. Oh, it's blocked by Porzingis.
Well, Porzingis, the height, the reach, just overpowering.
Down low. Operating inside. Porzingis.
I love the throwback basketball. Work it down low and set up your teammate.
5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Caruso outside. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. They set a pick. 5 to shoot. And that one's long.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Boston out in front, up by 2. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Screen by Holmgren. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Porzingis picks him up defensively. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Fast break. Here come the Celtics. Outside Tatum. Puts up a 3. Tatum! Money from deep.
Great rhythm to that shot. Tatum right off the pass.
The kick out to Williams. To the left side wing. Holmgren inside. And it's in there. Holmgren's got his first points in this one. Boston leading by 3. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Brian, it's great hearing Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla talk shop. He said everybody tries to break basketball up into offense and defense, but it's one game. Your spacing, decision-making, and shot selection set up your defense. That transition happens so fast, so the game is constantly changing. It's all connected, Brian.
No question. Thanks, Allie. Good stuff there. Screen by Holmgren. Let's go with a three. Bullseye! Chet hitting for three.
Yeah, it's just too easy for Holmgren. Man, is he fun to watch operate off the catch.
And something that makes SGA so dangerous on offense is elite drive and kick ability.
Yeah, you have to load towards him when he comes off a high pick. He just draws so much attention and can find another cutter or spot-up shooter. He has so much gravity to his game.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 11. The kick out to Williams. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Poke loose. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Oklahoma City's got to hurry. They got to get up a shot for the tie. Oh, the determination from Gilgeous-Alexander.
And SGA looks at the coaching staff. That's a nice bailout from him.
On the wing, Tatum. Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. Oh, look at Tatum going to work inside.
It's not surprising to see Tatum taking over offensively. I mean, he's capable of doing this on a nightly basis.
Dort outside. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. To the middle. Here's Holmgren. And the big finish by Holmgren.
Ties it up with that one. You know, he's such a smart scorer. He doesn't force anything. Lets the opportunities come to him.
Pass to Tatum. To the paint. And a fast break now for the Thunder. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Williams. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. It's stolen by Holiday. Jumps up. And Holiday powers it home.
Fire on both ends of the floor. That's what Drew Holiday is playing with and letting his defense manufacture some of his offense.
One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
The Celtics with the lead. Pass to Tatum. Back to Holiday. And here's Porzingis. Just 4 to shoot. Late clock. The Celtics got to hurry here. And they forced the shot clock violation. Great D.
Well, after committing a turnover like that, you're just praying the game doesn't come down to the last possession. You'll remember that one.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. He wants to review the game plan.
Here we go, fans. Time to make some noise for Boston's own Celtics Entertainment.
.34 seconds left to play in the third quarter here. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Now guarded by White. Boston pulls it in.
The smart play. Wait and take the final shot.
Every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy.
Here's Tatum. And there's the drive. Outside White. It'll count. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. We're at the end of the third quarter, and we've still got a close one.
The Thunder, 29.
3 tense quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the fourth. And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here. Check in with Allie LaForce.
Over the break, I listened in on Joe Mazzulla's huddle. This might be a close late game, but don't tell Coach. They were cool as a cucumber in the huddle, and I think that resonates with their players. We'll see if that approach works. Brian?
Okay, thank you, Allie. Brown scanning the floor. Just 5 on the clock. Can't hit that one. Good work defensively by Dort. Wiggins outside. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation there on the defense. From undrafted to a key rotational player. Lou Dort's story is definitely inspirational for him.
This guy has worked so hard to make himself into an NBA player. But I will tell you this, B.A., he's never not believed that he wasn't one. And Luguentz Dort continues to make improvements, and the guys on the team love the way he approaches it.
And it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and will go to the line.
Second personal foul, first team foul.
And that one drops, so now they lead by 1. Grant, how about the rise of OKC in just 2 years, transforming from a 24-win team to the top seed?
Incredible, B.A. The Thunder drafted well and gave those picks lots of playing time. Plus, they made some fantastic trades. And of course, don't forget, OKC still has a boatload of picks.
Porzingis misses.
Practically a block. Good, strong challenge.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss, that kind of energy not wasted.
The 3 from Holmgren. Holiday grabs the miss.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Second personal foul, first team foul.
About a minute and a half into the fourth now.
Into the lineup for the Thunder. Number 8.
Outside Holiday. Jacks up a 3. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Thunder with a lead. Left side, Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Holmgren. Easy 2 for Holmgren.
And you know, as a roller, Holmgren shows great hands, and he makes nice adjustments moving downhill.
Here's Porzingis. Beyond the arc. The shot misses.
Defense dodged the bullet that time. Total breakdown.
And so the ball out of bounds. Gilgeous-Alexander touched it last.
Now that's 2 teammates who need to reintroduce themselves to one another, not on the same page.
Pass to White. Porzingis sets a screen. Here's Tatum. Dort defending. Now White. The kick to Tatum. Back to White. Clock at 2. The 3, Porzingis. That's off. 5 for 8 from the floor. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong. No baskets allowed.
First personal foul, second team foul.
If you're just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The kick out to Williams. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Just 3 to shoot. Holmgren. Porzingis grabs the board. White on the wing. On the wing, Tatum. They set the pick to snap the cold streak. And the layup is good.
Oh, the ball handling of Tatum. It's what separates him from other star wings.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by in the fourth. Dort for three. The rebound by Jason Tatum. Boston trailing. To the inside. Here's Porzingis. To take the lead. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. It's going to go on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
You can hear the coaches from the sideline saying, stay down. You can't fall for the pump fake, but Porzingis adept at it there.
And so he's good on both free throws, and that gives him a lead.
You might want to think twice before sending him to the line again. He gets locked in when the game gets close.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Picked up by Tatum. And another miss by Oklahoma City. So it's Boston now. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth. Seconds left in the fourth quarter. It falls!
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
Outside for Dort. Pass to Holmgren. And stolen by Porzingis. And we've got 28 seconds left in the game. Outside Tatum. Clock at 4. JT to the hole. Tries a 10-footer. Porzingis misses.
And there's only one option. They need a triple.
Now this is all from the perimeter and outside the arc here.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. Oh, he had a chance there to send it to OT, but they come up empty-handed. So it's a narrow victory for the Celtics, pulling it out for the W. That was an incredible night of hoops. A tremendous finish. They waited until the very last moment to seal it.
And so many times we see these close games won by the home team.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. Alongside Brent Barry.